We start, Maria?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, put me in first.
Okay, good
Maria,
afternoon. Good
Yes.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we are coming to the second session, the afternoon session. And now we give the class to Mr. Joerg Teichmann. Please, Mr. Joerg Teichmann.
Good. So happy to see you again. I hope everyone have a good lunch break. It was a good one. It's every time for me a big issue to talk after lunch break because everyone is tired. So I try to do it so good as possible and very interesting for you guys that you're sleeping after 10 minutes because after you have a heavy lunch. So I try my best. What we are doing right now, we will split this a little bit. We're doing some theory and then we take the whole thing with us and go into our coordination and balance room and we do a lot of exercise, what you can see, because seeing is believing. I mean, I can talk today for another 6 hours, but maybe you only realize 10%. So I want more. Yeah? And not a big issue when I'm talking too fast or too slow, or you have any requirements, questions. You can stop and I will come back to this. Yeah? Don't be shy. Yeah? It's the most important thing. The answer of a question that you never ask will be no. So, and don't be shy. Ask the questions. I'm happy to answer. Yeah? All right. So we have another 1.5 hours, yeah, to go. In the first 45 minutes, what we are doing is I will explain to you the 5 phases of rehabilitation. Normally, it's very simple. I will take an example from an injury and I will explain what you can do as coach, also what the physio can do, and how the rest of the supporting staff can help as well. Because one more time, our athletes are the most important topic right now. Yeah? So one more time, any question, let me know. And I hope you will enjoy it. Let us start. This is again. Can you see?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes, yes.
everyone can see? Perfect. Good. So everyone knows I'm coming from track and field. You still remember how we want to do it? We have this 5 topics: assessment, therapy and training, monitoring, evaluation, verification. Yeah. So everyone has to do this. Yeah. Everyone has to do this, and especially you as coaches, do something like this. So how we do this? Can you put it away? Okay. So evaluation means we are doing examination and we're doing diagnostic. Planning of our training, you are coaches, you know exactly what you can do. Think about objective, how we do our trainings plan. Then one of my friends said one time very well, and this sentence is quite important for us also. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. In rehabilitation, it's the same issue. Yes? Please, I will one more time. Yeah? Plan to fail, fail to plan. Yeah? This is important. This have to be inside. Don't make any hanky-pankies. It's important, important, important. Then you do your therapy, or I call it training. And then after some session, you can do a reevaluation already. You have to continuously monitoring your athletes. And you have also to do adjustment. Think about you plan your training session and you say you want to do, I call it some push-ups. And you realize after 3 sessions, the 10 repetition, 3 sets is too easy for him. So don't stay for the next 3 weeks with the 10 repetition, 3 sets. Do something on. Put on the volume or the intensity, up to you. So when it's coming to testing and training, especially in rehabilitation, there's some stuff what you can't touch as a coach, but your MD or your physio can touch. I mean, range of motion, everyone can measure, but the joint function, we don't have the knowledge as coaches, or you, yeah. We don't know so much about swelling, inflammation, but our physios and doctors knows very well. The pain situation, of course, but when an athlete says to you, I have pain, you don't know. But your physio, when he works with this guy, he knows perfectly. There's also a limitation, range of motion limitations. You have to know about that. So this is the reason, don't touch it, let the physio do this. And the functional status from the joint and ankle is not your job. But what you can do is very simple. You can do some diagnostic. You can do every time a strength test. And now we are talking when someone has an Achilles tendon rupture. Of course, you can't test maybe the injured leg, what is the left side, but you can test the right side. And this is your goal where you want to go the next time. And you can do it with a simple isometric test, or you do a 1 repetition maximum leg press test as well. It's up to you. Tomorrow we're going a lot inside in this matter. Yeah. You also can do a lot of exercises in coordination. Yeah. Later on, you can test the speed, flexibility, and endurance. So this is your part. And your more data you have, you're easy for you to do it. This is the most important thing. So testing we're doing tomorrow, I only want to touch a little bit today. For me, is every time, what can we test? How can we test? When? Then it's the biomechanics, why we have to test and where we have to test. Everyone see this? I give you a little bit more time.
Yep.
Okay, good. Good. Oh, before I forgot, very important, I got some messages that a lot of people asked, can we have the slides from the presentation? No issue, I will leave it with the ADC. Everyone can have it. Ms. Ria and Mr. Ria will, I guess, can forward it to everyone. Yeah? Good.
Yes, thank you, Pak.
You're most welcome. So when it's coming to testing, guys, it's very important that this every time, yeah, this test have to be very relevant to the injury and also to the status of the athlete. Yeah, it have to be very reliable because everyone, you have to do it again and again. And the test protocol have to be as specific as possible. Of course, the human rights, I don't have to talk about this. This is most important. But for me, guys, we have to think what we can do with our athlete and what we can't do with our athlete. Of course, when someone have an ACL reconstruction and we're doing a leg extension exercise, this will not be good. Yeah. Also, when we're doing a testing, this is actually contra. So also, it's the same like when we're doing our training, testing in rehabilitation is every time in intervals. Yeah, you have to create a program and you have to think when I do my testing. And also the results have to be every time interpreted to the doctor and to the physio, that you're every time on the same line, not on a different line. Yeah. Also, you have to think, is it possible for the athlete to do this required technique for this test already, or he can't? Yeah. And last but not least, the patient must understand the test. So that injuries can be happen to everyone, we know that. And you will see now, this is actually the Olympic champion in 2012, and this is the final in 2016. What has happened to her without any contact? We saw something similar today already from Dr. Chan, and here you see the same injury. And this can be happen as well in track and field. So this is without contact. Luckily in track and field we don't have this, and this is with the contact. I give you one more time to watch this. Okay, good. So, and we also had some issues when I did a publication some couple of years ago, that most of our patients or athletes don't have any records, data. What we need every time, write down everything what you're doing with the athlete. We want to know exactly how much load you put on, yeah, how much intensity, how much is the volume, etc., which kind of exercise, everything black and white. You lesser data you have, you slow down the rehabilitation process. The more data you have, the much easier it is to evaluate your training, because you have everything black and white. So when it's coming to rehabilitation, the most important is the first phase, yeah, where we as coaches or sports therapists or strength and conditioning coaches can't do a lot. But we call it normally 80% is physiotherapy and 20% is sports therapy, training, etc., etc. But you still can help, because a physiotherapist have also a limited time for your athlete. He can't work with the athlete for 4 hours. We wish, but sometimes it's not happen. So you can be happy when your physio is working for at least 2 hours with your athlete. That will be very, very good. And then you see me here already, what we did, we have trainings targets, we have a trainings form, what you can do, the methodic of training and the trainings volume. For me, it's very simple. When you have a complex knee injury, yeah, the first thing, we call it as an example, we have to reduce as soon as possible the muscle atrophy. Second, our target must be to improve the muscle strength, because after a surgery, you will drop down immediately. Sometimes at least 40 to 50% is gone. We can develop our coordination. We can do a lot of exercises also when we still in the bed, but we can do something. Improvement of flexibility. Possible? Yes, of course. Yeah. One more time. These people have only one part of their body is injured, not the whole body. Yeah. And what you can do as well in a trainings form, we can do the stretching, we can do a small circuit training. Oh, we have to go back. We have to go back. It was too fast. Where I go back here? Back. Yes. Okay. So we have the circuit training in the trainings form. We have the stretching and complex exercise. This is not a complete exercise. Someone wrote it wrong. Sorry. It's a complex exercise. I will explain to you later what it means. Yeah. So we can do a lot of isometric training, the methodic and strength training. Yeah. And the trainings volume, simple for high performance athlete, must be at least 1 hour every day, except one day off, is Sunday. You can do it also until 2 hours. It's not a big deal. The people, they are fit. And later we will show you what kind of exercise you can do. Next one. Okay, so the first phase, you can say, actually, when we have a complex injury, what we say the knee injury, it's 4 weeks after the surgery. Yeah. What can we do? Coordination and strength, isometric, you said already, the contents of training. We can do a muscle function test with the non-injured part of the body. Yeah. This you have to check, because this has to be the guideline where you want to go. It's also good when you have some data from before. You can use this to check where you want to go and what is your goal. And these are some guidelines that I give to you. Rehabilitation training is not the competition. So you don't have to push like crazy. Enjoy. Also important, don't do every time the same exercises. Doesn't work when you do, I call it like single leg race, what everyone's doing. 10 repetition, 5 sets every day for maybe for 2 weeks. This is not good. After maybe 2 or 3 sessions, your muscles adapt very well to this exercise, and there is no more impact. So something went wrong, yeah? Check it out. And also when you train, yeah, in maybe in a special range of motion, our rehabilitation training have to be without pain. Pain is a sign that you overuse me. It's not allowed. Yeah? And when you have a pain scale from 0 to 10, and your athlete said, oh, I feel something, it's fine. I mean, 1, 2, we will accept, we call it tolerate pain. But when it's going higher, stop the training and find some fun variation of this exercise. The picture on the left side, you see Assis Zul, world champion in carrying, and he was also injured. Then you see, you can do. So, as an example, we are going now step by step for this. This was a young karate fighter. He got the ACL reconstruction. And you see what I'm doing with my athletes. And this is not the physiotherapy program. This is actually, yeah, the program what you as coaches can do with him. Yeah. The physiotherapy is coming inside, and sometimes you can see it. Yeah. And this was exactly 3 weeks after his surgery. he was able to walk, and you can see it was like in the morning, he woke up, because start now with a Monday, and he had a 20 minutes walk, what I call it, yeah, wake up, walk. Then he went to his physio. I put you in 30 minutes, but sometimes he need much longer. And then he did scooter. It's like you put one leg on the scooter with another with a non-injured leg, you're pushing you forward. This is a very good exercise to stabilize your knee joints. Then you did some stretching, then you're doing some coordination exercise. I will show you later what it means, what kind of exercise you can do for the coordination. Yeah, because seeing is believing is much, yeah, stabilization exercise and a lot of curriculum, what we're doing later as well. And you see that this guy have training already 2 sessions per day. And this is allowed. Yeah, important for you, yeah, when you plan your training, what you're doing. In the morning, it's what I call it a tough session. In the afternoon is the easiest one. It's more entering and strength endurance stuff. Yeah, call it general fitness. And he was sitting on the bicycle for 60 minutes, stretching, made ball throws, yeah, and then stretching in ice, and then he did physio again. Tuesday, same stuff, morning walk, then he did the physio, yeah, same program like yesterday, but the exercises are different, especially in the coordination exercises, yeah. And in the afternoon, he had a tough session about general fitness, yeah, program. And you see, I have to bring you a little bit closer to all the short forms here. LP means leg press. So he did 6 sets with 10 repetition, 30 kilos with the injured leg. But what is important for you to know, he had only a range of motion in the knee joint from 30 to 80 degrees. What is the reason? When I go over 90 degrees and I press, there is a lot of stress on your knee joint. We can't do this. This is not allowed. Yes? Okay. So when you have injury like this, please still remember, do it only in limited, yeah, range of motion, and talk to your physio on your doctor what I can do. Yeah. So bench press is BP. Yeah, 10 repetitions. You realize that you're working in the strength endurance. Then we did sit-ups, hip extension, butterfly exercise, abduction, adduction for the legs. Lat pull down means, yeah, LPT, lat pull down on a cable column. And also we did a lot of calf raise. Yeah, BW means body weight. And you can realize on Tuesday is a tough training. So this guy trains at least here 3 hours. Yeah. Wednesday morning, same. Wednesday afternoon, the same programming Monday. And then we continue until Saturday morning. Now you can see with all the sessions what you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sessions in a week, plus physiotherapy. So when you count it with hours, so he's at least, yeah, for the sports therapy side, at least over 20 hours with you. And he is also at least 6 to 7 hours with the physio. That means you're coming easily to 30 hours of treatment. This is possible, but you have to be there. You can't leave them alone. You need someone to taking care of them, that every single exercise have to be with the right technique. You don't have the right technique, you're facing really, really tough issues. Because everyone will blaming you when this guy is coming the next day with a swollen knee. Because you said you can't do it because you're not qualified, etc., etc. And you was not following actually the advising from the people. So you can, don't be shy, but plan it properly. Yeah? So we are coming to phase 2. Oh, okay. We're coming to phase 2. What we want to do, we want to improve our endurance, our strength endurance, our cognitive abilities and mobility as well. Training form is much complex than before. We can do a lot of things already. Yeah. Also, we can go to the water because the wound is closed. Yeah. And modality of training is a lot. A lot of people know I'm not a big fan of isokinetic training, but in the second phase of rehabilitation, it's very good. I have nothing, yeah, against isokinetic, because we need it to build up muscles. And one more time, for me, isokinetic training is good, but only in the, call it second and maybe third phase of rehabilitation. Because what means isokinetic? Isokinetic means the same resistance and the same speed. And we are all coming from track and field. Please tell me in which event we have the same resistance and the same speed. Nowhere. So we have to bring our athletes back in a different way, in a better way. Yeah. And training volume is going up to 3 hours. Yeah. 3 to 4 hours easily is not a big deal. And you see now his program changed a lot. Physio is still the same, morning walk is still the same, but he can walk already without limping. He can do jogging on the soft mattress. But a lot of people say, why we have to do this? Very simple. Jogging on the soft mattress, you reduce the impact on the knee joint. There is stress, but not so much. Yeah. And what he did, he jogged 5 minutes on the soft mat, and he had 2 minutes rest, and he did it 3 times. So 50-minute jogging, easy. What is tough for the guys when we are going to the water and you're doing aqua jogging? 800 meters aqua jogging is simple. It's between 30 to 40 minutes. This is tough. Some people need 1 hour. Yeah, everyone is different. And after this, we went for another session. Relaxed and easy. Yeah, general fitness. So Tuesday morning, physio, morning walk first. Then we did a lot of coordination, and then special exercise, Frankfurt exercise. We are coming later and we have the time to show you how to do it. Afternoon, strength training. Tough session, and you realize my strength training is normally Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So it's every time 1 day rest between. People have to recover. Everyone understand? Pardon? Yes.
They're all on mute.
Hmm?
They're all on mute.
Oh, okay. So, and now you can watch. This is, yeah, Limco wait 10 weeks after his ACL reconstruction, and how stable he is already on his injured leg. What we're doing here is SRT training. SRT means actually thoracic resonance therapy. And this is a special one, but some Germans created. It's about oscillation, vibration, and thoracic is actually noise. Make it simple for you guys. What you can see here, all the impulses from the two platforms are coming totally independently, yeah, and totally random. So that means your brain is every time activated to do something, yeah, and activate the muscles that you're not falling down. So we can do this 2 or 3 times, enjoy and watch it. So you heard my voice, yeah? Because we realize he can do it easily, and we want to do it, yeah, a little bit harder. Then you have to kick against the rubber band. So I give you one more to watch. Yes. So orange was, I guess, too easy, so he chose the blue one. Okay. So then phase 3, what we call it muscular, to build up the muscles, getting, yeah, hypertrophy training, etc. Yeah, we have to improve the reactive abilities. How we do this? Return to sport-specific skills. The trainings form is a little bit more now. We can run. Yeah, we can do also striding already, and training method, hypertrophy training, interval training, and easily 2 to 3 sessions a day. Not a big deal. Yeah, so you realize we are going up, and this is the training what we did with him. Yeah, so Monday morning was off. I guess he went back to studying, but we go up to Tuesday because Monday afternoon is Aqua Jogging. Yeah, and you see here that we did on Monday interval training. So he did 30 seconds speed in the water, and he had also, yeah, 30 seconds rest, and you do it 20 times. That means your lungs have really hard to work. Yeah. Tuesday morning, a lot of jogging, stretching, a lot of drills, but you will see later. Yeah. And a lot of coordination exercise. Tuesday, we still stay with the strength training. Wednesday morning, stretching, mini hurdles. Yeah, forward, backward, sideward. You can do a lot with this. No issue at all. Then 20 laps aqua jogging. Tuesday, Thursday morning, same program like Tuesday, so etc. So we are still have a lot of volume, and you realize he don't. In phase 3, maybe he can go for a massage, etc. But now it's no more physiotherapy. This is already what we call it sport-specific training. Yeah. Maybe he can see the physio twice a week to check everything is right. But most of the time, don't need anymore. Yeah. Because one more time, now the body adapts quite well to the training that we can see. Yeah. And his surgery, you can see on the right side, was on the 27th of October. And we are now in January. Yeah. So this is like a special training what we are doing. It's a biofeedback training, and this is Donna. Yeah, she is a world champion in diving, and she is 14 weeks post-op, and you can see there's not so much muscle atrophy anymore, and she enjoyed the training. So phase 4, call it now normally 16 weeks post-op, yeah, post-op. For me, it's a very important point. The trainings target reintegration into the team or in the trainings group. Don't leave them outside, bring them back. Yeah, they are part of the team and they are not alone. Yeah, to fight for themselves. Yeah, help them. Also, a lot of athletes dealing with this mental fitness. So motivate them. Why do you have to do it? Why is it good for them? Because it's not easy when you have a major injury to deal with yourself. Number one, you will ask yourself every time, why me? Why I got injured? What is the reason? Yeah? So bring that out of them. Tell them they are good. They are good and they are fit. And they can do it again. Yeah? So trainings form is getting now more in the specific sport. Yeah? You can do a lot of, yeah? Speed training, etc., etc., and 2 sessions per day is not a big deal. What I normally do with these guys, I send him for training with the team 3 or 4 times a week already, that he enjoy to be back on the team because he can train, he can do something already. Yeah. So in the morning you can see a lot of coordination. Yeah, with the rubber band. In the afternoon we do a lot of speed workout. Yeah. Tuesday, it's a tough for him. You have to run 20 times 100 meter with 50%. Yeah, easy and fun. So enjoy. Tuesday, we stay with the strength training. But what you can see here, especially in the leg press and also with the bench press, yeah, we are doing pyramid training. So max, you can see he's pushing already 90 kilos with the injured leg. Yeah, 4 times 90 kilos, 3 times 99, 2 times 109, and 1 time, yeah, 109, and then we go backwards again. And in bench press, the same stuff, 3 times 80 kilos, 2 times 82, 1 times 85, 2 sets. Yeah. Okay. Wednesday, only aqua jogging, afternoon, a little bit rest because it was quite tough. Tuesday, same program. Then. So, and now the most also important phase for us is the last one, the preventive training, where people actually come into the center or, yeah, to Rehamed twice or 3 times a week. Why they need it? Because they can still train with a team, but what is happened? They are not ready yet mentally and also physically, because the physics say yes, you can do this, this, and this, but can you fight? Can you jump? Can you speed up? Can you throw? It's a big issue because we are dealing with athletes, they are quite sensitive, and also what a lot of people forgot every time, we still having pain receptors sending signals to the brain, something has happened here. And this will block you. And we have to overcome this, and later on we will go step by step what you can do to overcome actually this kind of fears scareness, yeah, or what I call it, inhibition. Inhibition is actually the best word because they are maybe not scared, but they want, but they can't. And this we have to see. So later on in the practice session, what we are doing, we are going step by step to all the 5 phases, which kind of exercise I'm doing. And you don't have to follow me. You are, yeah, all qualified coaches, and you can do what you think is the best for your athletes. Yeah, because everyone is different. Yeah, and yeah, we will do this. So this exercise that I show you today is not a must. It's only examples, what you can see, yeah, and then you can create your own thing. And I'm every time there for you when you say, oh, Mr. Joerg, yeah, you send me an email and I will help you. Yeah, or send me a WhatsApp message. Not a big deal. Yeah. Yeah. And you see the training volume is 2 times 90 minutes. Yeah, supplementary to the club training or yeah, your own trainings group, etc., etc. So, and this, yeah, he was actually out already. And you think about October was his surgery. So we have October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months, and he was back for training. Yeah. So you see, we did a lot of jumps programs here. And what we did also, we call it this UTP, what we call it Unexpected Disturbance Program, what we created in our National Sports Institute. And this was helping a lot our athletes to get better, fitter, and stronger. What is the best word? So here, it's a very nice diagram how, yeah, Limco Way improved actually in his strength with the leg press, with his injured leg and non-injured leg. So when you see his right leg, yeah, is the orange, and you can see what was happened. He pushed over 140 kilos. With his injured leg, left side was only 50 plus. And 1 month later, we came to ready to over 80. Then he can push 100. In March, he pushed 118. In April, we came to 124. And in June, the last test, yeah, it's 165 to 155. But it's a very good result. You can't say anything about that. And it's a very good improvement. And this gives these guys a lot of, I will call it confidence. Yes, I can. It's not a big deal. I can do it without any inhibition. And I will be the happiest guy to go back to training, yeah, and show the people that I'm here. Yeah. So this is a basketball player, 7 months after his ACL. You see him and me. So what I'm doing, we are talking about this unexpected disturbance program, what we did. So it's actually very simple. It's like I try to push him a little bit. So he knows that I'm there, but he don't know what time I will do that. And this is actually quite simple for you to understand. Any injuries will occur under 0.2 seconds. But when we train, we're doing some, call it prevention exercise on a wobble board, etc. We are training over 0.3 seconds. So there is 0.1 second is actually missing in the brain. And this gives us all this inhibition to be scared, and we don't want to do it. So we have to bring our athletes back step by step in a good way, that you don't have this inhibition anymore. So we can watch this 2 times and enjoy the video. So you can see that he knows I'm there, but he don't know when and where, yeah, and from where I will touch. And this has happened in the game. Luckily in track and field, we don't have so many issues with this one, but think about a triple jumper twisted his ankle. He is scared to do this again. Good. So what I said later on in the practice session, we do a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Good. These are the factors what is very important for you guys to know. The healing of the wound must be without any complication. Physiotherapy starts immediately after any injuries. Yeah. Don't listen when people say rest. We had it already. Rest means for our athletes don't do anything. No, not allowed. Yeah. Of course, we need good nutrition. Yeah, proteins, vitamins, etc., etc. Yeah. Also, the 5 phases of rehabilitation, yeah, must be carried out with any mistakes. One mistake, guys, you go 3 steps backwards. Yeah. Close coordination between the doctor, the physio, the coach, and the sports therapist. What I say every time will be good. It will be good when you guys can sit maybe once a week together and discuss the whole rehabilitation program. Especially when you're dealing with high performance athletes or national athletes. These are the best what you have in your country. They deserve it. Yeah. Yeah. And there must every time a good consensus. No fighting. It's not good, because the athletes will get it and don't say, oh, he is better than me, etc., etc. I don't like that. Makes no sense. Yeah. And what I want to show you, when we started in ISN with this unexpected disturbance program, we had a lot of athletes in the program, and you still remember we had this statistics before we had our lunch with 65%, yeah, re-injured. After this program, we had only 5%. So you can see, yeah, actually, and the people they quit was actually forced to quit, yeah, or they had to say the program doesn't work, you come back to our training, and then they got re-injured again. That was the reason. So we was quite happy, yeah, and also that we don't have any people anymore. They got injured or re-injured again. So this you can take home. Our rehab training is totally different from the normal training. It takes accurate time to recover completely from injuries. So there is a biological limitation. We can't overrun this. We have to accept it. Yeah. Take your time. Don't push. I know we are all under pressure, but a complex knee injury or Achilles tendon, we need 6 to 8 months, and we have to accept it. We are not God, unfortunately, but we have to accept it. We can't do this. We need our time with these athletes, and the athletes will be very happy when you take care of them. Yeah, because they are feeling not lonely. Yeah, they are happy that someone is there for them. Yeah. So, and you can see some small examples. This is Nabaraj Singh. I guess some of the people know him quite well. He is our best high jumper with 230. So he had an elbow injury. He did some plyometrics, and yeah, one hurdle was too high for him. He twisted and he fell down, and the elbow was dislocated. Yeah, and broken as well. So what you see here, later on we come to this. Yeah, it's simple. It's a stabilization exercise, a little bit strength training. He stabilized on his right leg. He pulled the rubber band forward, and with the left leg, he's doing up and down. His injured part is not even involved. And then you can change the side. Yeah. So later we will do a lot of this stuff, and no worries. This is a football player with a knee injury, and that's what we call it also the complex exercise. Every muscle is involved. He stabilized with his injured leg when he's sitting on the Swiss ball. Then he do some pulls with the rubber band. He have to stabilize. He activate the hamstrings, yeah, and the glutes, yeah. And then he's standing and throwing the ball, and he have to stabilize there as well. Yeah, another ACL, yeah, simple exercise. We will come to this, and you can make a lot of pictures. We will send it to you. Not big deal. And we will do this. Yeah, one of the toughest exercise. You stand on the wobble board. You have to carry, yeah, a rubber band, and you have to push the rubber band down. And we will come to this all later. So coordination, balance, yeah, and stabilization, bring this all together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. On the left side is Rehamed Therapy, another high jumper from Malaysia, 229, and Pantaela, our silver medalist in diving in the Olympic Games. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is for the first session. And now, please, some question, and I will answer you.
Okay, participant, any question to Mr. Joerg? You can ask directly, or maybe you can put in the chat room.
Hi, good afternoon. I have a question for Mr. Joerg.
Okay, Penjo.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ADC, for this opportunity. I am a para-athletic coach working at Bhutan Amateur Athletic Federation. I was training two short
Can you show your video face? Can you show the face?
Sorry,
Okay.
the net is slow, so sometimes it gets distracted. Yes, I have a case. Actually, I was working with two short stature athletes. They were throwing. They were in throw. They were actually short put athletes. So one of the male athlete, he already had deformities in his spine by birth.
Yes.
And he became our first para athlete, and then we were training him in throws. And this, we already know that while throwing, there is a high risk of injuring his back. So he already has a deformity in his spine, and it was already troubling him before he took up sports. But we did plan his training slowly so that he gains general conditioning, fitness, as well as sport specific. But after he was like after we started training him for the Tokyo game, the game got postponed, but we were still training. But his back became a little severe, and then I sent him to the physio, and they advised him for rest and not to take up sports. Of course, we are very new to this idea of rehabilitation and physiotherapy. We were trying to get help from the physio department here, and they told him to rest. And he rested for 3 months. And after 3 months, he said he cannot play. So of course, it wasn't a active rest. His back very much involved. Of course, I could have trained him with his flexibility or his legs, but we are at the verge of losing him as an athlete. And he's the first para athlete actually for Bhutan, who was supposed to represent in the Tokyo game, along with a female athlete. So now from today, after your session, I've already developed some ideas of how to maybe try to bring him back. So my question here is like, because the doctor told him not to play sports anymore, and as a para athlete, you know, they will already have some problems because they're by birth, or sometimes it can be during the training, or it can be during the competition as well. So yeah. I want my question here is like maybe the question can be like, can he play sports, or is there some ways to bring him back?
Look, very simple for me to answer these questions. Number one, you have to know exactly what you have. Of course, for doctors, easy to say rest. Yeah, but when you do nothing, you have to do something. What has happened with his spine? We don't know. There is a deformity. Yes, accepted. We had athletes also in Malaysia with scoliosis. They still did a very good swimming. And I don't know in which category he was as a para-athlete, so you can let me know later. You can, yeah, WhatsApp me. Simple, we can discuss this. But of course, we have to know exactly what you have. But when you have a strong core, yeah, I'm sure he can do something. Yeah, I guess it's not the end of the world to say that's it. Yeah, and it's finish your career. I'm 300% sure you can bring him back with a good rehab program, and then you will see, yeah, what is going on. Right. Yeah, maybe he can't do some of the exercises, but he can do a lot. It's not the end of the world when you're injured. Accept it and go forward. You can't change your past, but you can change your future. And this is the most important thing. Yeah. So anytime, don't worry. Yeah. Don't give up on him. I guess we can do something, or you can do something for him. Okay, Penjo?
Yeah. Thank you. Very encouraging.
You're welcome. Anything else? Any questions? Okay, Ria, I guess Mr. Ria and Mrs. Ria. Yeah, sorry, Mrs. Ria first, Mr. Ria second.
I have a question.
Do you have still other presentation? Yep.
Yes, we're doing now the practical part.
Maria, Rafiq.
Okay, but we have to break for 5 minutes.
Rafiq, ask us.
Okay. I have a question, Mr. Joerg.
You
tell us about the hamstring.
From Pakistan, the last question.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Joerg, you just tell us about the hamstring, the shoulder, the knee, and the ankle joint. Can you just give us some idea about the groin injury which we face?
Groin injuries,
the training and the competition and the rehabilitation process. Okay. And the rehabilitation process of the groin, because one of the major injuries we face in athletics too.
All right. Okay. So you have to think twice what kind of injury groin you have. Is this an adductor problem? Is this a hernia, etc., etc.? So it's every time a different approach. Yeah. Adductor strain is quite common. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adductor strain is quite common because
my major concern is regarding the sports hernia.
Pardon? The
sports hernia. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. How a sports hernia occurs? You lift some heavy stuff. So was the body actually prepared for this? So you have to check your program first. And when you have a sports hernia, it's only two things to do. When it's too tough, you have to go for surgery, or you try to do it conservative. Conservative is a long way and tough for both of you, coach and athlete. Yeah? Because normally when a hernia is here, you have to think your groin is quite weak. But all the major muscles, the deep abdomen muscles, adductor coming from there. When you push too hard, a lot of people, when you want to lift up something, they got it. Think about when you do clean snatch, it can be happen there. It can be happen when you do deadlifts. So why that can be happen? Is there any muscular disbalance between the adductor and the abductor? Is there any weakness in the glutes because he can't support anymore and your hip is moving in the wrong direction? Rafik, you have to think about it because it's not easy because everyone is different. So, but to avoid it, what I say every time, which kind of preventive training you're doing for this? You told me there's a lot, yeah, of these injuries, but why is it? So is maybe our training not right? Maybe, can be a reason. Or you don't know what athletes doing beside you. Maybe they're playing football after a heavy strength training session. I don't know. But for me, why we got this injury is the most important thing. Why we got it? What was the reason behind that? Yeah. Right now I can't answer you because I can't see them. But how you tell me, so I realize it's not only one or two cases, it's a lot. And you're wondering why it is coming. Yeah. So for me, number one, muscular disbalance can be one of the reasons. Yeah. Also, maybe they can't adapt to the strength training. Or number three, they're doing something behind your back, but you have no clue what you're doing. And this you have to find out. The best thing, you grab your physio and you try to, with the physio, you do a good program. You ask, can you test their strength and their weakness of the muscle, plus the flexibility. And then when you have these results, you can go forward. You know exactly what is going on. Yeah? Don't be shy to ask, yeah, to physio. He will be happy or she will be happy to work with you. Yeah? Because this, I'm sure, because you're thinking, why every time my athletes have this issue? Yeah? All right? Anything else, you can come back to me. Yeah? I'll leave my email later in my WhatsApp as well. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you. In the meantime, I think the question is enough. You can put the question in the chat room because the time is very limited. So now we give a 5-minute break, but with the take picture together. So please, this time you come up with the video, then the staff will take picture for you all. After that, we will have a 2 or 3 minute break, then continue with the Joerg. Okay, please show up your video. Mr. Adi, are you ready? Yeah. Smile up.
Dr. Moin is running away. That's the only fan.
Next page. Next page. Okay, now we going to the second page.
Okay.
Ready? Smile up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and last page.
50.
Okay, Mr. Dorji, smile up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think it's enough. So
Okay.
3-minute break for you for coffee or maybe tea, then come back.
3 minutes. Wow.
You don't need to leave. You don't need to leave,
Okay.
but still here. But you drink your own coffee.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can prepare for the next.
Yeah. We start with the exercise. Any questions? Stop. Enjoy. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Too much echo. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Sure, sure.
Very good. So, welcome in Rehamed Therapy in Kuala Lumpur. This is our center. So, here is Kiran, one of my students, and we go around a little bit. This is the, call it reconditioning or coordination, room. Here is the physio, but it's close by. Today empty because Sunday no one working. And here is the training room with the endurance, and also there's our reception area. So this was a little bit advertising for our place. Okay, let us start. So I said already, our people are not injured. They are injured, but they're not sick. So we can do a lot with them. But I want to show you today, every time, find something. Now, think about Kieran. His right knee is injured, first phase, so he can't actually bend so much, no load bearing, what I can do. So, very simple, give him a ball, let him bring his injured leg up, try to stabilize and move the arm straight forward from left to right. This is not easy because you have to actually here and you have to stabilize there. So you can do this 10 times, and then you say relax, relax. Good. And you can ask him where he feels it. It's in his legs. Especially hamstring and quads. So, of course, we are thinking, is it possible to work with an open chain first or with a closed chain? I'm every time prepared that we start to work out with a closed chain. So, same exercise, but different. Now with an injured leg, you put the leg down, you bring the leg up, the left leg, and you try to stabilize. And you see, only stabilize here. Hold. Because we did a tough exercise for his non-injured leg, and for the injured leg, we bring it forward and backward. But it's totally different.
Mr. George, if you just bring the camera close so we can every
as an athlete, don't move. Don't move.
More close, please, so we can see easily.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
From the side is much better. So you can see.
You use speaker view, then it's easy. Speaker view. Perfect.
Is this good?
Sorry? I need
you can speaker view. You use speaker view, then you can see clearly.
Okay.
No, not you two. One of the participants.
Oh,
he said you can't see.
Okay. Okay. So another exercise, what you can do, we call it a complex exercise where all the muscles will be involved. Take the rubber band, bring your left leg up, work diagonal, so stabilize here and bring your arm straight up. Very simple and very good. So, but I say to my athletes every time you do 8 repetitions and 5 sets. When you have done 8 repetitions, change the side and do it alternate, left and right. Okay, so next exercise, something similar. Rubber band in front, leg up, and you pull the rubber band outside. Oh my God, you see, it's not easy, and I have a thing he's fit, but he's not. Every time you have the activation in your leg and here in your core. And of course, you work with your shoulder muscles, correct him every time, stay in front. Yeah. Easy. Okay, relax. Good. You see, very simple. So the next one, we're doing now the whole thing in the standing position. The good one for us, we have every time a mirror, so you can see yourself. Yeah, seeing is believing. And we have to check every time the technique when we are doing this. So Kiran, I want you that you're standing here. Yeah? You bring your leg a little bit over. Stand. So guys, to avoid any injuries, what you have to do is every time you check, this is all line. You're coming back into biomechanics. So you bend a little bit. His kneecap has to show directly over the toes. This is every time one line. We don't want that he's moving inside here or outside. This is not allowed. We want to work in a very good, call it muscle chain. Yeah? And also his backside show directly over his heel. It's every time one line. So you bring your hand in front, take this leg backwards, up, long, straight, 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 and hold. Then you see simple stabilization exercise. This you can do and relax. Relax. Okay. And do it again. Do it again. Bend. Yes. And hold. Okay. Good. So you can do this. Relax. 5 to 6 times, 3 sets. After a while, you realize easy adaptation for him can do. So what else to make it more difficult for you? We are going now step by step and show you what you can do. Okay, Kiran, you're doing the same exercise. What I will do now, I take this rubber band and I pull a little bit to my body and hold. And now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So when you ask him now, he will say, I feel much more my adductor muscle than before. Because with our pull, with the rubber band, you have to activate it more. Yeah? So next one, you do it opposite that you pull him to you, and he has to move outside. Yeah? And relax. Yeah? The same. Doing now for the hamstring. Yes. We do it now for the hamstring. Yeah? And now I pull him to me again. Yeah? And you count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And the last, you go backwards and you pull him here. Yeah, the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So you realize that we're working with easy, yeah, stabilization, isometric, yeah, training form, and it's not a big deal. Yeah. So wait, any questions until right now?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Yes, actually, when I say that when you put the band on the knee, can we put on does we keep it on the kneecap or below or upper kneecap?
Upper. When we start, yeah, first time, every time upper. Yeah, no stress on the knee joint, only on the muscles.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, guys? Then we go to the next one. Okay. Okay, good. So we do the same exercise now, a bit heavier. We was working on his leg, so now we realize maybe in the phase number 3, he's very good. We did the ball exercise, the standing exercise. How I can make it more difficult for him? Simple, easy, and you don't need so much equipment. Here in same position, hands in front. Long leg. Now I will tell him tension, tension, and look what I'm doing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So you see, with all this different variation, you can achieve so much. We do it again, you change the side. Yeah? Good. And now, tension, check the tension, and then you say, look, 1. You bring it from the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tension. You don't have tension, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm not so happy. So, same thing again. And now you can touch it from here. 1, 2, better. 3, 4, 5. Unexpected 6. Okay, good. You see, simple and good. And we call this, what we did just now, we call this exercise expected disturbance. Now I show you what you can do in this phase as well when he's getting better and better. We call it with unexpected disturbance. You still remember when we were talking about this, your injury are caused under 0.2 seconds, but we never trained. Yeah, and people are afraid. So how to overcome? We can do it with unexpected disturbance. And you will see it's very simple and very good. You stand here and you face there. Okay, hands in front, left leg, and look what I'm doing now. So I disturb him from behind, little bit, in a different location, so he knows that I'm there. So he is aware already that something can be happen to him, but he have to stabilize in a very good way, yeah, and relax and change the side. So one more time. Good. You see, 1. He knows I will touch him, but he don't know when and where. So that means for us, yeah, We are working in this unexpected disturbance. But it's very good, thank you, for his brain, because the brain got a signal, something is going on, something will be happening to me, do something. So he will tighten up the whole thing. And you can ask him, you see the whole body is under tension. He's no more relaxed, but he can do here on the ball. Here is totally different. Okay? Question. Any questions for the guy? Any questions? Everything clear. Good.
Phase 1 exercise.
Which one?
Someone asking, is this phase 1 exercise?
No. Phase 1 was in the sitting position. You got it? The phase 1. So this was what we go up. We can start in phase 1. Oh, stop. You do it again. Come. It's okay. Come. So phase 1, when they are stable, when they are allowed to do the load bearing. So you can stay, you stand here, and then you find your balance. Okay? This is what's the phase 1. This, yeah, or put the hands here. Yes. This is the phase 1. Then also you can put the hands in front. Yeah, still phase 1. Yeah. When the extremely good, phase 1, you can start with the rubber band, but this was phase 2 already. Yeah, with the rubber band here. Yeah, in the 4 different directions. This one, yeah, hands in front. Yeah, phase 2 to 3. Yeah, phase 2 to 3, and the last one 3 to 4. The unexpected disturbance. Yeah. Yeah? Okay, good. Now, to have more variation inside, and this you can only start in phase 2 and 3, you go on the wobble board. One leg. Find your balance. Yes. Okay. Stand. See, this is phase 2. Yeah? Hands in front. And you see, this is not easy. This is, yeah, quite heavy. And then you can touch here again. And now you have 2 disturbances. When you think you have the wobble board, and he knows my hand will touch. So you have to accept 2 disturbances to his body. Yeah, no more 1. Because the floor is even, there's no hanky-panky. Yeah. When the people, especially high performance athletes, are extremely good, so you can do this. Yeah. So you pull. So 1 disturbance, 2nd disturbance, and this is number 3. You see? So your whole body has to accept, okay, relax, 3 different kinds of disturbance. So we start every time from the easiest way to the tougher way. Take your time. Yeah? So what you saw, we start with the floor. We went after this to the wobble board. And then we put more and more difficulties, yeah, for his body on. But you have to decide when you can do it. I don't know your athletes, yeah? These are only examples. What I'm doing with my athletes. Yeah? So, everything is clear? Ask them again. Yeah?
Okay, one guy asked, are these proprioceptive exercises?
Proprioceptive, yes. Yeah, yes, they are, you're right. Yeah, yeah. This is all proprioceptive, yeah, exercises. Yeah. because your muscles and your brain work together. Okay? So, next. Yeah. So simple exercise again. We start from here, and you bring it up and down, lateral raise, and he's still doing some stuff with, yeah. This is the first, yeah. This is all variation. In the next variation, you can put the rubber band here again, and let him pull, or let you pull. Okay, good. So, yeah, then you go on the wobble box, and you do the same thing. So maybe some people don't have any equipment like a wobble ball. Make it easy, find something. Like this, like a foam, and people can stay there because this is also, yeah, it's soft, so you have to get more grip on. Okay, so what you can do as well, so you stand on the board, put the rubber band on your legs, face there. You can put it inside, outside. So I show you today some easy variation, what I'm doing every time with my guys. So you see, I like this rubber band. And so I put it here. And I say, Kieran, give me your right hand. Hold it. Stand. Yeah? And try to pull the rubber band in this direction. And you see, you really have to stabilize. This is no more easy. This is tough. Phase 3 to 4. Okay. Good. Now you can sit. Yeah. Also, when our people are injured, but we have a lot. So, yeah. For me, one thing, but I every time have to check it out with you guys. When we are coming to knee injuries, be careful what you're doing. A lot of people say you have to activate your leg muscles and you do single leg raise. What is good, but think about here is now 1 kilo from your knee joint to his ankle joint is maybe 30 centimeters. That means the way to the knee joint when he's fresh operated is quite long, and you longer the liver, you more stress you have here. So for me, it's much better when you start, bring this one closer to your knee joint, please, to avoid any stress in the knee joint. Okay? And what I like to do with my guys to start to activate, so I let him sit straight, and now I tell him, try to lift up your right leg. But it's not easy already, you realize, hold it. Hold, bring this arm straight up, and hold. And this arm goes in front. Here and hold and sit straight. Sit straight. Sit straight. You see that he starts shaking already. And he can't. Tension. It's not easy to hold this tension here. And you can do a lot of variation to touch this here. And relax. Wow. Simple and good. Second, say, okay, now we make it much difficult for you. So, same exercise, leg up, hold, and now say you take your hand over your knee and try to push this down, but with the leg you work against it, and you sit straight. And you see that he forgot to breathe already. And push down and relax. Wow. You do this 5 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets. You realize, oh my God, what I'm doing today is really complex with these athletes. Yeah. And you really get sweat. That's what we know. Yeah. So show them one more time, please. Up. And important, guys, every time try to sit straight, guys. Sit straight, sit straight. 3, 4, 5, and relax. 2 more times, please, Karen. This is very simple and very good. Yeah? Up. And relax. Good. Give him a little bit rest. You see, you need it now. So, what you can do as well with this exercise, you say you sit straight. We do it now with another leg that you not get. Yeah, one side. Put the hands here. Yes. So you bring your left leg up, and you move out, and you come back. So try. And try to bring your heel up and feet up. Yes. So simple and good. And you activate the whole muscle again. Good. Yeah. So nice one. Lay down, you have a rest now. Bend your legs. Good. So I help him a little bit because he's tired already. What you can do also to activate our hamstrings. So tell him first, try to push your heel inside and don't move. Yes, don't move. Only pull it. Yes. And then you come up slowly with your yes, and hold. Yeah. And try to work on the isometric first, and you realize you're activating exactly here. And relax. And you're working close in a closed chain, nothing can be happening. So you will protect yourself. So you do it 5 to 6 times. Good. Okay. And relax. Next step, everyone knows that, don't have to tell you. When he's good, everything is fine, he's strong, he can do it with one leg. Yeah? And what I can say, yeah, put it here. When we are better, put it straight up. Yeah? And good. Next exercise, everyone knows you can do clamps. Yeah? Easy. Yeah. You go inside. important for your muscles. Simple and good. Activate here, bend a little bit, and bring it up. Oh. Yeah? You check yourself every time that you're not moving in the hip so much. Yeah? And you see his range of motion is now totally different. And you feel, yeah, how nice he activates his glutes. Yeah? Don't let him come here to open the hip, close the hip. Yeah? And you see his range of motion getting lesser and lesser because he gets, yeah, tired and fatigued. Okay, good. He's tired. All right, you sit. Yeah, put the rope down. Oh, no, give it. Put it. Then think about when you're in phase 2, when he's quite phase 1, when he's quite good. Sit, this leg straight, both legs straight, both down, 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 down. Bring your leg up and pull it inside. Yes. So very good activation for his adductor muscles. Yeah. And easy to do. One more time, I will tell you guys, put it over the knee joint. We want to avoid any stress on the knee joint. So every time over. Yeah? Okay? Yeah? Good. Good. So turn around. What you can do as well, what I really like is what I call it the Superman. So you work diagonal, you bring up your right leg and your left arm. Yeah? Simple and good. Yeah? This is what you can do also with knee injuries because there's no stress and no harm at all. Change the side. Okay, good. Turn around, back position. Bend your legs a little bit. So, and now, this is what you can do, what we call it generating being. Use this, both. Yeah? Backwards. Yeah. So you can bring it in front. Check every time that this one is down. So I don't want that you come in any lordosis. So I want only, yes. You see, and bring it up. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Very easy. Good. Do this 8 times. Yeah. 5 sets. You are happy. And you realize when you get fatigue, his back is coming out, but you don't want. Push it down. To avoid it, very easy. What you can do, when the left leg was injured, you put the injured leg over the right leg. Oh. And now he can't do this anymore. Because now he's activating, yeah, it's totally different. To make it happier for him, you tell him, don't touch the floor. Yes, don't touch. Yes, see? Wow, activate, yes. You see, now he's pumping. And this is only 6 kilos. So, yeah, he has to work on his general fitness as well. Very simple and very good. Yeah? Good. Relax. And the last one for today, I don't want to kill him here, is for me one of the best exercise for your abdomen muscle and for, call it, complex exercise to activate all the muscles in your body. So you do the same, you bend your legs, yeah, bend your legs up, yes. 90 degrees, tension, take your arms over the underneath, and now you try to come up and you want to push with your legs against the arms, and the arms push against the legs, and you come up, try, up, and push, hold 5 seconds, come up, and hold, push against legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. And do it again, shoulder, and push up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can ask him later, you feel his whole muscle. It's not only the abs, you feel it in his legs, you feel it in his arms and his stomach. Come, show him one more time. And relax. Okay, so I know there's a lot of information, and I will stop here. We are going back to the office, and then we do a lot of, I hope, a lot of questions, and I give some answers. And I see you in 1 minute in the office. Yeah. Well done.
Great exercise. Any question for Mr. Joerg? Wait for him to come back.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
So,
Please.
We are back in the office.
Oh, you're in the office. Okay. But Major
Yes.
has a question for you.
Oh, okay.
I would like to know all this exercise. If the athletes did not like, can we use it after they finish their training, or like all the time we just add few exercise after the training?
You can do this, of course. You can. We call it prevention training. It's not a big deal. Anytime. Yeah, we are happy when you do this kind of exercises. Yeah, it's not only for rehab. This is also for prevention. Yeah, and especially with this expected and unexpected disturbance, because people need it. Your brain have to work. But I call it, unfortunately, we have only 30% of our brains are discovered. 70% is still undiscovered. So we need more impulses there. Yeah, and how far we can go. Thank you.
Any other
Anything
question?
else? No.
No question? Okay. Is it all? Yep.
Yes, we are
For
done
today?
for today, because I don't want to give too many. This is, yeah, because
Yeah.
people have to, yeah. And there's some, you know, examples also in the presentation, but you can send to them. It's not a big deal. Yeah. And then I see everyone tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock for the biomechanics and the testing. So will be very interesting. You will be very happy. Yeah. I really like it, and looking forward, yeah, my colleague Rachel and myself, to help you out with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joerg Teichmann. I think it's very interesting one, and this I think very applicable for our coaches to work in the field. And I do hope that you can take something that you can use in the field. And of course, so many cases in the training, so you can ask me tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll talk about the biomechanics, as Mr. Joerg said. So I think we give salute to him, and we give applause to Mr. Joerg and the team. And I give back the time to Ria, Miss Ria. Okay, please. Maybe you have an announcement. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think because no more material that we will forward it by the lecturer, so we can finish right now, and we will be back tomorrow at the same time, 10 o'clock Malaysian time or 9 o'clock Jakarta or Bangkok time. And then the Zoom ID is remain the same, and also the link. Okay, and now we come to the closure of today's session. So see you again tomorrow.